Rising! Welcome here to Soul Passages Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Georgia Dempsey, and I'm so glad you stopped by for my April forecast. Big life events are headed your way this month, Virgo Rising, and it kind of starts with some sizzle around April 5th. And I say that because Venus will be entering courageous Aries. This could either be bringing in a loving bond into your 7th house of partnerships, or it could be leaving you feeling rather breathless in the 8th. Passion, pillow talk, and a daring feel of leap before you look could be steaming up your world. Mercury, the planet of communications, will be entering Taurus this same day. This could find you opening up intimately with a partner. For many of you, Mercury will be chatting up your 8th house, so issues regarding sex, taboos, deep sharing, or possibly joint financing could come to the forefront. For a very rare few, a sudden departure of someone close to you could leave you feeling fairly tender-hearted. If the latter is true, my heart definitely goes out to you. Others of you could be thinking about taking a big trip far from home. In your 9th house, Mercury will focus on the practical steps you need to secure your life path. This could entail going back to school for some of you. Talking with people from other cultures could also expand your worldview. And you might find yourself heading to the library, searching out books that will broaden your perspective. On April 7th, life is going to get pretty exciting, for there is a daring new moon in Aries conjunct Uranus in your 8th house. The 8th house is a gateway to other realms. These other realms could be transformative places that you land when you have sex with a partner, for example. It's also a very mysterious house, and it deals with very deep psychological issues, as well as the mysteries that linger behind the veil. So I think of things like near-death experiences when I think of the 8th house. With a powerful placement in the 8th, sudden revelations, out-of-body experiences, or intuitive hits could come in a flash. Inspiring dreams or states of consciousness could leave you feeling energized as well as connected to all that is. Since jointly held resources are housed here as well, issues could pop up suddenly regarding bank accounts, 401ks, loans, inheritances, or other people's money. Money could either suddenly appear or disappear, for that matter. A daring new moon in the 8th could also encourage you to take risks behind closed doors, changing things up, so to speak. With a loving, caring partner that you know well, this could add some sizzle and spice to your romance. On the other hand, this is also a time to be cautious regarding people you may not know so well. This risk-taking configuration is squaring up to Pluto in your 5th house, thus igniting the Pluto-Uranus square. Serious power struggles could ignite regarding romance or intimacy issues, so I would advise extreme caution if you're seeing someone new. It is also not a good time at all for gambling, because you could readily see money whisked right out of your bank account. Now on April 17th, Mars will start marching backwards in Sagittarius as he trumps either through your 3rd or 4th house. Here he's going to encounter Saturn, who's also retreating. This tells me that you could be experiencing some frustrations or delays on the home front. It's possible that this energy is linked to your 8th house action, so issues regarding loans, inheritances, or joint financing could have you in sort of a stall mode when it comes to buying or fixing up your property. If the Mars-Saturn action is taking place in your 3rd house, older siblings could be tweaking your life right now. Communications may run towards the serious end of things, and you could find yourself getting worked up over what is being said. Inheritance issues, for example, could be stirring the pot with some of your relatives. Though you may be working hard on business negotiations, these too could feel like they're moving backwards. Not to worry, this period of time will pass, and Saturn is simply asking you to get serious about the way you think, talk, communicate, learn, and interact with others. Whatever lessons pop up, take them in stride, and above all else, be patient. Pluto joins the backwards march by going retrograde on April 18th in your 5th house. Wherever he lands in your chart, he's likely to dredge up issues, power struggles, and secrets, so he can bring things to the surface. Like the Hindu god Shiva, he desires to break down structures in your life so that something better can be built in its place. In the 5th house, he could be changing your romantic patterns, how you have fun, or is causing you to rethink some of your parenting issues. He could also be demanding that you find a way to creatively express yourself in the world. The sun will enter Taurus on the 19th. That will either continue to electrify your 8th house, or it will brighten up your 9th, which is where we encounter other cultures, different world religions, long journeys across the seas, education, or the legal system, amongst other things. Communications or your value system will bring you to some point of culmination or understanding under the full Scorpio moon. And that's going to happen on the 22nd of the month. If she lights up your 3rd house, you will be finalizing business negotiations or getting to the bottom of things with those you've been talking to, such as siblings, neighbors, or teachers. If the Scorpio moon falls into your 2nd house, something important will be revealed that is near and dear to your heart. With the moon involved, it could be something to do with your home, your mother, or significant women in your life. If that same moon happens to grace your 1st house, your own emotions and deep psychological needs could be brimming forth, forcing you to express what's in your heart. It just kind of depends on where your moon is going to land in your specific chart. Somehow, though, I get the sense that contracts will come up for review because this full moon is riding right next to Juno, a female goddess that has a lot to do with sexuality, marriage, and upholding social contracts. She can be very steadfast in her undertakings, probably because she's the daughter of Saturn, who sets and enforces the rules in our lives. Though steadfast, she is also moving retrograde. So I get the sense that everyone's going to be renegotiating or reviewing the contracts they have in place with others. This could also you be questioning what it is that you value, or you could be hashing out a deal amongst relatives. Emotions will rise like the tide under this full moon, for something is going to come to a point of culmination or be revealed. On the 28th of the month, Mercury will be slogging backwards in either your 8th or 9th house. Be mindful of legal and school documents, and if you're going to take one of those long journeys, make sure you check your car before you go. If you need to talk over old issues with your intimate partner, just use that calming presence and peace of mind as you enter into discussions. Review your financial plan, taxes, bank loan information, anything to do with, joint financing, all that paperwork with a fine-tooth comb this month before turning it in. And I mention that because I know it is tax month here in the U.S. By month's end, Venus will be leaving the exhilarating sign of Aries and heading into the more practically minded sign of Taurus. Enjoy a couples massage. That would be a great thing to do. Or, go to your favorite outdoor cafe and get a nice bottle of bubbly or something of that nature. Whatever sudden events head your way this month, Virgo Rising, Just know that you do have what it takes to face the changes in your life with grace. All right, with that, I'm going to end and just say thank you, world, for all of the responses for readings, how wonderful and blessed I am. I have totally enjoyed interacting with you, and I've seen several people go off on really good paths from this, so it just makes me very, very excited. And as part of building good karma and my business, I'm going to extend my special till June 1, so a 1-hour reading for $50. That's a rockin' deal. I probably spend about 10 hours on each chart. So anyhow, my contact information is at the front of the video. And just know, if I'm a little bit slow in responding, especially I'd say by the 3rd week of March, first couple weeks of April, it's because I am making a cross-country journey as I move so that I can live in a more spiritual place, get my toes planted into fertile soil as part of my 2.0 Sag reinvention process. And this is going to simplify my life and make it so that I can work off of that north node of my moon. So I'm very excited, but it could cause a couple slowdowns with emails, etc. Now, in the meantime, if you're waiting on me for a day or so, check out my YouTube channel. I did a video on Ceres. She's a powerful feminine asteroid, and she has really big implications in our chart. I also did one on her and what happens when she and Pluto square off. So check it out. All right, I wish you an absolutely wonderful April, and I hope whatever events come down that they treat you well. All right, take care.